So I just wanted to introduce myself and introduce Saving Mr. Brouwer. And I need your help for him not to sell his houseboat. Whatever we can do, if you can give $1 or 50 cents, I don't care. Or if you can come and help legally and not even give any money and just come and help him on a legal situation. We're asking for cops, DA. I'm asking for the governor, the senator, whoever. I just want someone to help him. We had her arrested in Enterprise, Alabama. We did get her on charges for elderly. Have brought elderly extortion against her. She has not yet been prosecuted, but she has been arrested and is out on bond, creating all kinds of trouble for Mr. Brouwer. We also got a protection order, which is just a piece of paper. Let me say that. It is just a piece of paper. Martha Bird murdered my mother's dogs simply because my mother contacted me to investigate this case, and that it's because of me that now the woman is being charged. But I don't want her charged just in Coffee Springs, Alabama. I want her charged in Portland, where this man has lived his entire life. And I want the support of the DA's office, and I want the support of the governor and the mayor and whoever is in this damn city to do something to what's happened to a man that served as a firefighter in Portland, Oregon, walked in houses and saved lives, is now just been taken advantage of and scammed by the worst kind of human being. And I am asking for the help of the people of Portland to support Mr. Brouwer and bring him home. It is our sole intention for him to come home and spend what life he has left with his family. He doesn't even want to come back because he thinks he has nothing to come back to. So I'm asking for your help and support for Mr. Brouwer. The GoFundMe that I've set up for Mr. Brouwer will go directly to Mr. Brouwer. We are not taking any of his GoFundMe. That is for Mr. Brouwer. That is to pay for attorney fees. That is to pay for the taxes. That is to pay to get him to come home and not sell his houseboat. I'm putting on here a picture of where they just took his garage. And the reason they took his garage, because Martha Bird's down here living, has her kids living in his houseboat, destroying it after they took all the furniture and sold it. I guess basically sleeping on the floors. The houseboat is where he's lived 75 years, and everyone there adores Mr. Brouwer. Everyone wants him to come home. His kids want him to come home. And he's been left in Enterprise, Alabama, and I will gladly bring him home, but he doesn't feel safe because she's still not in jail. So if we can get you to prosecute her here, Portland, and if we can get you, we are prosecuting her in Alabama, but if we can get you to support what we're doing in Alabama and contact Special Agent Philip Herod, Special Agent Philip Herod,
When the FBI.
the FBI, who is the primary over this case, and Kyle Hall, who is the primary over getting the charges and prosecuting. Anything you know about this woman, you call and tell them for elderly extortion. And we just need him to come home. We need your help to make him feel secure to come home. And I think he's embarrassed. I truly, in my heart, feel he's embarrassed because he let this happen. I think it's hard for him to want to face his children. I think it's hard for him to want to face what's happened with everyone around there knowing him so well. And he's embarrassed by them living there and tearing his house up. So he's 93, but he's still got his wits about him, and he's embarrassed. He doesn't want to face the music that this happened to him because he trusted some woman. So as I was telling you earlier, she conned him into a power of attorney, claiming that he was going to be arrested and that she was going to come back and take care of it. Just give me the power of attorney. But she really needed the power of attorney to sell the rest of his real estate because they weren't taking the marriage certificate bullshit. So she had to make one more step bigger. Give me a power of attorney because there's a tenant going to put you in jail and he's got a warrant for you. But I can go back and take care of it because I'm your friend and you've done so much for me, Mr. Brouwer. I'm glad to do it. Well, I do know this. Us coming to Portland to handle his affairs has not been cheap. So Martha Bird definitely has never spent her own money doing anything. And I don't find her having the heart to actually spend her money to come back here and deal with somebody who supposedly had a warrant, who, by the way, never had a warrant, never filed a lawsuit, never had any harm or horrible thing to say about Mr. Brouwer. But there's several things that are very concerning. Mr. Brouwer, when he left, as he kept telling Martha, I need to get home, I've got things that I was handling. And then when she did that, it scared him, and he's been in Alabama for 3 years. To me, that's kidnapping. She kidnapped him for the sole purpose to come back to Portland and steal over $2 million. So please, support us. We're begging and asking for your help to save Mr. Brouwer. He's 93. Let him finish his days out with his family, playing golf, having some money in the bank. The man had a life of golf and living, and just living, because he's from the silent generation. I don't know if you know the statistics, but the majority of the silent generation were wealthy because it was just different. They come out, they went into the military, they come out of the military, they get into a career, and they become successful. All his years of success, and if you hear him talk, he talks in such a way. He says, my life has always just been, everything fell into place. My family, my kids, my jobs, becoming in the military, going out of the military. He's like, and I've traveled, and I've had a sailboat, and he may still have a sailboat, but if he did, Martha probably sold it. But he just loves life, and that's why he's 93. And he still gets around good today. So on this page, we do have a GoFundMe set up for Mr. Brouwer. We also will have an area that, if you know, we will have the contacts of the FBI involved in Alabama. We are going to start live streaming as we investigate and pursue this case, so you'll be able to watch us live. Anything that you've missed, the road trip here, everything we've done, all the videos are going to be uploaded, so you can watch those live. We want you to see kind of what we're doing to help Mr. Brouwer, and maybe you'll join us. Thank you so much for taking the time to just listen to me vent a little and explain to you this case the best that I could. But it's so complicated. It's so complex, because not only did they steal the money for the houses and selling the father's house, 5 houseboats and a parking lot. But I thank you for joining us. Please support please help us get Mr. Brouwer home. Thank you.